Morning. Well, this is what we've awoke to this morning, guys. Just get this zipped up. Just give you a little peek out. There you have it. We've just got a brew on, and that's my first night in the Silex, and it was a comfortable night, other than a skylark starting to sing at 3:20 and really giving it what for, and it's continued ever since. As soon as you get out of your tent it stops. But yeah, cracking night. Very warm, very warm. No rush to pack up. We're bit windy through the night, but it stood up well. Got it well guyed out here at the back where in the direction of the wind, so no worries. Ooh, just nice to get stood up. There's a walker we've just watched coming across the ridge there of Black Hill. They're out and about early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet, so they're out to do a good duration walk. Well guys, that was all packed up. That's where I was last night, no trace. Diane was here. No trace except one peg. Yes, a peg.
Oh,
yeah.
peg. Not one egg, one peg.
So we'll have a good check before pegs before we leave. Yeah, it's starting to burn off the cloud now, as you can see. So we're going to go up and over the next summit, which is Well Hill, and then we're going to drop down to that col, and that's where we're going to try and source some water, because we've got about half a litre left, and that won't be enough to last the day. It's going to be warm again. I think 25 plus today. Welcome back. This is Friday the 26th of May 2017, and we're on the summit of Well Hill, standing at 606 metres. Excellent views all around, although a bit hazy. We have Lowther Hill and Green Lowther. Not much of a summit, no cairn or trig point, just an old wall. We're going to drop down to the beck in the bottom of the valley there and replenish our water, and then we're going to walk to those pine trees and pick up the Southern Upland Way and ascend up onto Lowther Hill, and then tomorrow, or maybe later on today, see what the wind situation's like, drop down into the Enterkin Pass and then walk back out back to Durisdeer where we've left the vehicle. It's now 9 o'clock, so we're not making bad time. We've just seen a big hare sitting on his back legs checking us out. He's off like a bullet. It's rather hazy this morning, but hopefully that'll burn off and we'll start getting some nice views. We've just come along this stretch of road from about where that wagon's at. That's the hill we come down off this morning, and now we're going to join part of the Southern Upland Way. We won't be going right where that finger post's going, but we'll be doing up the hill up towards the Lowther. Road walking's never the best, but it's very breezy and the skies have cleared out. Not a busy road at all really. Yeah, so we're back on the Southern Upland Way. Right, we're looking at Coombe Head, and then we're going to go across onto Lowther Hill. But one of the aspects of this route is, as soon as you come uphill, you've got to lose all that height that you've gained and descend. And that probably looks about, I don't know, 100 metres, 200 metres down to ascend again. So it's a cruel mistress, this Southern Upland Way. But the views are spectacular. We've just met a guy who's into his 6th day doing the whole route. He didn't even know what day it was. We had to tell him it was Friday. Still quite blustery up here. There we have Lowther Hill, that's where we're going to go to, check it out. Guys, here we are at the famous golf ball, well approaching it. And what a welcome sight that is. We've been walking for 4.5 hours, and last night we camped there, but we've had to walk around all these hills along roads to get here. but we're eventually here. So here we are approaching Lowther Hill, which is 725 metres above sea level, and is on the Southern Upland Way. Well, we've been led to believe that this is a World War II bunker up here on the hillside. Danger high voltage. I don't think it's been a bunker. More like a substation, although it does have a bit of age to it. Southern Upland Way, that's the way that we came in. And there we have the futuristic golf ball on Lowther Hill. It was very nice to get in there out of the sun for a little bit, as we've been in it for the best part of the day. It's what now, just after 2 o'clock I think, 2:30, yeah. And then we're going to go down this Enterkin Pass along the Enterkin Burn. Sorry about the wind noise, but it is really blustery up here. And just down over the hill there you've got One Lock Head, which I think is the highest village in Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. Hi guys, well here we are descending the Enterkin Pass along the Enterkin Burn, which is in the bottom down there, which it looks like it's dried up. We're following these telegraph poles down the valley, which are obviously taking electricity to One Lock Head and Leadhills. We're going to have to descend a wee bit to try and get out of this wind, because it's just too much up here. It wouldn't be a very comfortable night. So we're going to try and descend down here and find a flat pitch on one of these river bends down. This is us halfway down the Enterkin Valley. Very impressive it is too. cooling the feet off time. Red hot down here, like in this valley. Just having a quarter of an hour stop here at this little burn. Refueling, get plenty of liquid on board. Kill for a pint of cider. Pint of cider with ice cubes in. Call the cops. Well, that's us just starting to level out now at the bottom of the Enterkin Valley, and we've got some cracking levelish looking pitches down here, so this is where we're going to end up tonight. So we're going to have a valley camp tonight. We've been marching for 8 hours plus, so I think we've done enough. Covered some miles today, so yeah, we'll ford this beck and we'll find ourselves somewhere down here on a flattish corner somewhere, so we'll bring you back when we get set up. We just tucked in here at the edge of the valley. So it's a valley camp tonight. We had to come down from up on the tops there because we were up there and far too windy, but yeah, we're happy with that spot, and we're actually praying for the sun to go down.
That's terrible.
Never thought it'd be said, but boy, it's been warm. But that'll do us tonight. And then we've got about a 2-3 hour walk out in the morning, and I do believe around midday tomorrow, which will be the 27th, Saturday, that there are going to be thunderstorms, thunder and lightning, which isn't a good thing in the hills, and we're hoping to be back out back. So if we set off from here at about 8, we should be back at the vehicle for about 11, half 11, something like that. So we might just miss the worst of it, but whatever, we'll just take it as it comes. But we're just happy to be pitched. We're going to get a bit of bait on the go, and take it as it comes. I think a pair of us will sleep well tonight. Morning guys. Well, I know it looks like a bit of a plane crash, but we're just getting all our gear packed up. Just having a coffee, which is probably half midge, half coffee, because the midges are out in force this morning. It's really still here in the valley, and we've camped at Hog's Cairn. But the sunshine is just starting to hit the flanks of the surrounding hills. There is more cloud drifting in this morning. But yeah, cup of coffee with midges. Got to keep moving about because they're very voracious and hungry this morning. Well, we've found an ideal place to camp with its own picnic bench in the middle of nowhere. Little rivers to ford, but there's a bridge there as well for when it's in spade. But what a wonderful morning again. Sunshine, and the heat it's already warm, and it's only just after 7 o'clock. Yeah, mustn't grumble. We had a lovely pitch last night and we've both slept well. Yeah, we didn't film a lot last night. We just had some food, got set up and hit the hay. We were both bushwhacked. Well, as with every adventure, there's always a sting in the tail at the end. The path that we were looking for is well overgrown and very much disused, so we're having to weave our way through this woodland. You can see where the path's been in places, but in other places it's really overgrown. It's going to bring us out onto a farm track, we hope, and then through a farm. Other than that, we would have had a big dog leg on the road at the end, but as you can see, there's even trees growing across the path. It's use them or lose them, and this is all over the country, because if they're not used, landowners just put fences up, plant, and before you know it, there's Dan taking half a tree with her. Right. And these paths are lost forever. Clearly marked on the map, but not much used. See all the branches across. That's just the farmer saying nobody's going to be using this path. There's a good example of it. We don't want anybody on this land, even though it is a public right of way. Now that tells you exactly why you've got to use them. So I can imagine we're going to get a bit of grief down here. But there it is, public footpath to Durisdeer Mill. Right guys, here we are back at the road coming into the little hamlet of Durisdeer Mill. Cracking little place. Just starting to come into the little village of Durisdeer now, coming across this ford. It is very nice. Somebody must have known we were coming. They've put the flags out for us. What a beautiful little place. Now the reason for these flags is, on the last bank holiday in May, they have a thing called the Spring Fling here in Dumfries and Galloway, and people open up their little studios for pottery, art and the likes, and passing trade visits and purchases their little wares. So yeah, it's all over Dumfries and Galloway. Spring Fling even, when I put my teeth back in. And Studio 64 is just around the corner, and her name is Anne Butler.